All right, for today's class, we're going to start by warming you up. We're going to do a lot of punching. We're going to make sure you get stretched. We're going to do your front stance. We're going to do 2 different blocks. Try to work on your one steps, your self defense, and then we're going to leave you with a challenge as usual. Good luck.
Good. All right, we're going to start off with 10 jumping jacks. Put your feet together, hands by your side. Get ready, 10 jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, I want you to do 5 push-ups. So start by laying down on your stomachs. Put your hands next to your body as close as you can. Put your feet close together. Put your chin down. Keep your back very straight and push up. 1. Another one. 2. Up 3. 4. 5. Great. Now stand up. All right, so now we need to start off with our punching. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to start from a fighting stance. So put your feet apart, do a ready position. I want you to put your right foot in front of you, put your hands up. All right, we're going to start off by punching with our front hand. The front hand is going to jab straight out at me, hold it, now make sure you're looking right down and squeeze it, pull it back. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to use the same hand. Don't switch your feet, don't switch hands. I want you to punch straight forward a bunch of times, making sure each one is strong. Try to count in your head. I want you to punch for 30 seconds without stopping. Ready, set, go. Great, and now I want you to switch your feet, put the other foot in front, use the other hand. Remember to go all the way out, squeeze it tight, and pull it back. If you're just shaking your hand back and forth, that doesn't count. You have to go all the way out, look all the way down every single time. I want you to do this hand for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. All right, now switch your feet. We're going to go back to the first side. Now I want you to do 2 punches. You're going to punch with the front hand, then the back hand before you do it again. You're going to go 1, 2, bring your hands back to the guard position. Make sure you pause. 1, 2, and come back. 1, 2, 2 at a time. Slight pause in between. 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Great, now switch your feet. Now you're going to use the other hand first, the one that's in front of you. This one over here, punch straight out. Then the other hand, get your hands ready. You're going to go 1, 2, pause, just like you did. 30 more seconds, ready, go. Now we're going to work on stretching. I want you to have a seat, straight down. We'll start with the butterfly stretch. You're just going to bring your feet in close to your body. Put your bottoms of your feet together, feet in close. Grab onto your toes. I want you to pull your head down as far as you can towards your feet. I want you to count back from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit up. Now I want you to put your legs out straight. Keep your legs completely straight, feet together. You're going to reach towards your feet. Whether you can touch them or not doesn't matter. I just want you to reach as far as you can. making sure that your legs stay straight. It should hurt through the back of your legs, specifically up the top, maybe a little bit through the bottom, but I do want you to keep your legs straight, lean forward, and try to reach. If you can reach all the way over your feet, fantastic, right? If you can't reach at all, just make sure you're going as far as you can, head down, really push. Let's hold that for about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, now sit up. I want you to bring one leg in this way, so one leg is tucked, the other leg is straight. Now, turn your whole entire body forward toward this leg. Reach both hands and try to touch under your foot. Also put your head down as far as you can. The closer to your foot that you can go, the better. Head all the way down. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, now sit up. Let's switch, put the other leg out in front. Keep your leg bent, this leg straight. Reach all the way over top, both hands, and put your head down. And now count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job, sit up. Now I want you to put your legs apart as far as they'll go. As far as you can. Reach your hands all the way down to the middle. Go as far as you can, and then pull yourself just a little tiny bit farther. Put your head all the way down, and then you're gonna count all up to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a little farther if you can, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly sit yourself up. Cross your legs. Good. Make sure you stand up. Wonderful job. Now we're going to work on our front stances. All right. So for now, I would like you to put your feet apart, what we call shoulder width apart. Shoulder width means that the distance that your shoulder is apart, that's about how far you want to put your feet. This is, my feet are wider than my shoulders, but right about now, there's a straight line between my shoulder and my foot on both sides. All right. So we're going to start off with our feet shoulder width apart. You're going to take your left leg, and I want you to step forward with your left leg, straight forward from where it was, right? One thing that people sometimes do is they take their foot and they step in front of the other, which is okay in certain situations, but right now, I want your foot to be over to the side. This is gonna help with our stability and our balance while we work on these moves. All right, so if you notice my feet in a neutral position, right, when my feet are apart and I stand in normal or usual, my feet are apart and my toes are all pointed the same direction. All right, when I step forward, I want to make sure that the foot I'm stepping with is straight, but one common thing to check is to look back and make sure that your back foot doesn't turn sideways, right? It can move just a tiny bit, right, from here to maybe here, but any more than that, all right, I don't want that for right now, right? Don't let it turn too much. So step back, put your feet apart, check and make sure your toes are here, not here, right? Then this foot is going to step straight forward from where it is. All right, now what you should be able to do is you should be able to bend your knee, right, and lean forward just a little bit, right? When you're using your front stance and you're stepping forward in your front stance, if you start to lean forward and you realize that your heel's picking up because of your balance and it wants to pick up or wants to turn for balance, one thing that you should do is actually step farther. Most people want to step smaller so they don't lose their balance, but when I lean forward, what happens is my weight wants to go even more over top. So if I step just a little bit farther with that one foot, I can bend my knee. Now notice I said step forward with one foot, right? It doesn't make sense, it's not useful, right? If you step forward and you have to go farther, but then you move the other foot with it, right? Or you have to turn sideways to accomplish. So I want your feet apart, take one foot, step forward. Let's just try moving your foot just a tiny bit farther. Good, bend your knee, and now pull both your hands back into a chamber position. So both hands are gonna be chambered, you're gonna bend your knee. Now bend your knee, and if you're looking straight down at your foot, you should see your knee, and maybe you see your toes, but you wanna try to move your knees far enough that you cover up most of your toes, all right, without leaning, while you're sitting straight up. All right, so come back, let's try the other leg. All right, you're gonna step forward in a comfortable position, bend your knee. Let's try stepping just a little farther. Bend your knee. Now check back on your back foot and make sure your foot didn't turn. Make sure all your toes are facing the same direction. Your hands are here, your knee is bent, you're looking straight forward. All right, so come back. I want you to move one foot then the other. We're gonna step forward 6 times. All right, 3 on each leg. We're gonna alternate, which means we go back and forth. So stay with me, step forward. 1, bend your knee, hold it there, and come back. Now the other side, step forward, bend your knee, keep your back up straight, don't let your foot turn, and step back. Make sure your feet are straight. On this side, number 3, bend your knee, come back. The other side, number 4, bend your knee, back up straight, hands chambered, pull back, step forward. 5, on this side, bend your knee, Good. And this time, take a big step without taking the other foot forward. Bend your knee, and then come back. Wonderful job. Now we're going to run number 27, one-step sparring hand techniques. In number 27, you're going to step back. I start from a chubby. Good. We're going to step back with the right foot. Make sure it's your right foot back. Block with the left hand. Once we do this block, just like number 8, you're going to grab onto the wrist. Your backhand is going to come up and do what's called a ridge hand or yoke-sudo. Right? Your fingers are tight, your thumb is in. You're going to hit with the ridge part of your hand. Block, ridge hand. Grab onto the person's shoulder, and then take your right leg up and do a knee strike. So we're going to go back to right position. Number 27, one more time. Step back with the right, block with the left, swing your hand around, hit the person in the side of the head, immediately drop your hand down and grab onto their shoulder. You can grab onto this wrist or let it go, but now you're going to pull the person in towards you, knee strike with the right leg, and land in front. So let's do 3 times. Say number 27. Good. Step back, block, ridge hand, knee. Good. Back to Jimmy. A little faster. Go. Good. Go back to ready position. And last try. Ready, go. Good. Go back to ready position. Wonderful job.
All right, now we're going to work on a low block. All right, you're going to start off in a chumbi. I want you to step forward with one of your legs. Let's start with your right foot first. All right, you're going to pick your right hand up, make a fist, and bring it down low in front of you. We should be in a front stance so you can push yourself forward. Imagine somebody's trying to hit you low on your body, somewhere below your chest. Low block typically protects between your chest and your belt, maybe a little lower, but from here, it's a sweeping motion. We put our hand on our shoulder, and you're going to sweep the hand across, and you're going to stop whatever's coming directly towards you or up towards you. So touch your shoulder, snap your hand down. Now, you twist your palm downward. Make sure it's not upside down or to the side. Make sure it's here. So we're going to block with our arm and maybe a little bit of our hand, but mostly our arm. Or at the ulna bone is the bone that protects most. Make sure this hand is back in the chamber. So from here, stay in the same stance. Pick your hand up. Low block 1. Good. Touch your shoulder. 2. Good. Pull it back. 3. Pull it back. 4. And one more. 5. Take one step toward me, and you're going to chamber that hand. The hand that's been low blocking, chamber it. The other hand that has been chambered, touch your shoulder. So now your hand is up and across here. Touch your shoulder. Snap down right here. Remember, don't let it go sideways. Definitely don't let it go upside down. We want palm down right here, blocking with your bone. Sweep across. So touch your shoulder. Let's do 5 of those. Bend your knee. 1. Bend your knee. Touch your shoulder. 2. Pull it back. 3. 4. 5. Now step towards me. Do one more on each side. Step forward. Go. Tia. And that's how we do the low block. Now we're going to work on the outside to inside block. All right, start off from a ready position. Do a chumbi. All right, now you're going to take your left hand. I want you to touch your hand up to your ear. You're going to step forward with that same foot. Step forward with the left foot. And use your left hand and go from here outside to inside. The hand that's not being used, let's chamber it. Put it here so we're not tempted to use it. So now put this hand up, touch your ear. Bring it from the outside of the shoulders to the inside. The goal is to use your ulna bone, the bone right here, to move something across from hitting you in the face. When it's coming at you, move your hand. If you notice, my arm should go past my face. I should be able to see over here. Don't go too far, because then I don't have anything left to protect me over here. So this is, I keep everything straight. I've got my knee bent in a good front stance, and I block straight in front of me. So now take the other hand. You're going to step forward, chamber this hand, and pull across. One more time, bring it up. Same hand, block. One more time, block. Now we're going to step forward and try to make your hand as strong as possible. Step forward, be strong. Say Tia. Touch your ear, step forward, say Tua. And if you have enough room, step forward one more time, say Asa. Good, that's the outside inside block. Again, making sure that you have enough strength to move the thing across to stop them from hitting you in the face. Now we're working on number 17, one-step sparring feet techniques. As with all the one steps after 15, remember the attacker is kicking at you, and as a defender, 16 to 20, we're going to make sure that our right leg is what steps forward towards the attacker. All right, so start from Chumbi. Take your right leg, step forward. All right, number 17, all you're going to do is you're going to step away. The first move is you step away from the attacker, and put your hand down. This is a press. If you remember any of our basic blocking skills, basic block set, we do a palm strike downward called a press. All right, the press is not meant to be strong. All right, remember that you're actually getting away from the person kicking at you, and just in case you don't move far enough or fast enough, you put your hand down and try to use your palm to push their foot down to the ground. If you push somebody's foot down as they kick at you, their weight is going to fall towards you, which could help you do techniques to defend yourself. But that press is to push down. As soon as that happens, all right, I want you to pivot your foot that's closer to me, and then your back leg, which should be your right leg, is going to spin and wheel kick, landing all the way behind. Right? You have to make sure that you land behind. If you land forward or even over to the side, make sure that you finish it off for now until you get really good at spinning all the way around. All right, so let's start from ready position. Right leg steps forward, so that's the right leg. So when the person kicks, all right, you step back, protect, turn, kick, and all the way behind. If you don't make it, finish it up just to practice getting all the way around, because that's what I'm looking for, is to make sure that you land behind. All right, so one more time. Right leg forward. All right, one step at a time. Step back, press, spin back, kick. Good. Go back to ready position. Right leg forward. A little faster. I'm going to say go. You're going to step back, press, then kick. Go. Good. And we have one more. Right leg forward. I'm going to say go on the whole thing. Number 17. Go. And that's number 17, one-step sparring feet techniques. Now we're going to work on number 17, self-defense techniques. Number 16, if you remember, was when the person grabs onto both of your hands in front of you. All right. Number 17 is when they grab both of your arms behind you. Right. Don't get it confused with number 8, which is where they pull your arm up. But number 17, right, is when both your arms are held behind you. So let's turn, face this way, and put your hands behind you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open our hands up, and we're going to keep our fingers tight or thumbs down, right? And then I actually want you to step away from the person or to the side, and then you're going to lift your hands up like you're doing Pyeongan Sara. Now remember, the person's holding you pretty tight, so you're probably going to have to lift your shoulder, lift your hand up this way, but your goal is to try to get your hands up like in the form Pyeongan Sara. All right, from here, their hands should still be right here and right here on your wrists. The hand that's going straight up in the air, right? This is why we don't want to lift both arms equally, because then it's hard to figure out which side happens. So whichever foot I step with, so for this one, I want you to step with your right, and your right hand's going to go all the way up over top of your head. You want their wrist to go from where it is here all the way over to the side, because that way what I can do is I can slide my hand up and grab their wrist. Forget that they're grabbing you on this wrist. That wrist doesn't matter, right? When you step backwards and get up here, use the hand that's going straight up in the air to grab onto their wrist. Now, all you're going to do is hold it tight so you can pull your hand out. All right. Now, all you're going to do from there is grab their hand or their wrist, let go with the first one, which is your left, pull it in close, and then you should be able to do an armbar technique. It's really easy to get the person an armbar technique, but there's two grabs that you need to do. A lot of times people will skip one grab, it'll mess you up. It'll be on the wrong side. So put your hands behind you, step over with your right, pull your right hand all the way up over your head. Make sure it passes all the way over your head this far so that your left hand going upward can grab the wrist. Grab the wrist and switch. That's the part most people forget. Then that hand that was being grabbed goes behind their elbow, and we do an arm bar. You chamber in as you push down right here. All right, one last time. Step, up, grab the wrist, switch, use your right hand to push down. Use your left hand to push down as your right hand pulls back. And that's number 20, that's number 17, self-defense techniques. All right, today's challenge is I want you to do both of the one-step feet techniques 5 times in a minute. We've done the same drill last week with 3 one-step hands or 3 one-step feet in a minute. All right, now we're going to do 2 one-step feet and 2 one-step hands in 1 minute. All right, so your goal, if you're in the beginner's class, is to do 6 and 7, 5 times each in a minute. If you're in the intermediate class, it's 16 and 17 feet, 5 times each in 1 minute. If you're in the advanced group, red belt and above, you're going to be doing 26 and 27, 5 times each in 1 minute. So that's your goal. Your 2 one-steps 5 times in 1 minute, the ones that you're supposed to be doing for your belt. Good luck.